any of these CAG bag questions? I think we're in the CAG bag part, right?
Yes, we
Wombat?
are.
I know I said it's your...
No, that's fine. You're correct.
I don't know that I like any of these questions necessarily.
Me neither.
I think we could...
These are pretty dumb questions. What the hell is wrong with you people?
No.
It's not
we
what
could
we
save
want
some
to
of
say.
these for next time. No. Right, especially if you want them to listen next week when it's just you and me.
Mm-hmm.
That's true.
My Dreamcade
Gotta kiss
replay is on
I don't know.
on the way.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it shipped out a couple days ago, but it's gonna arrive when I'm in Disney World. So,
Oh, you should reroute it to my house. So are these available to buy now, or just these just for
I think you can
Kickstarters?
still order them somehow, but like the majority of them are still on their way over. I think 90% of them are on their way over on a boat still.
I'm excited to hear about that when you get back.
It's a product. It's
The controllers. We didn't talk about the Atari thing. Can we talk about that real quick?
that's what I
Yeah,
was kind of leading us to here.
Yeah. Yeah, keep going.
Oh, so
Lead us right in, baby.
Dreamcade Replay. It's a product that is existing. It's manufactured, and Atari. There was a story today about the Atari VCS where apparently they had said some disparaging remarks to a journalist who had done a story on the VCS, saying basically that
a journalist wrote
lying. Right?
Yeah, and they basically said what the reporter reported on was false, and then the reporter had a recording of it, and then they published it. But so yeah, the point is though that there's no games, there's no machine. Rather, they demoed a model basically, right?
Yeah, they've gone at it kind of in a backwards approach from what you would traditionally go after these things. Like they came up with the case, it seems like the box that all the stuff goes in, and then they haven't done all the
they don't have the insides.
The insides are the parts that makes things go.
You do that first usually,
Right.
I think.
But my theory is that they were in talks with Dream Arcades, who do the Dreamcade Replay. Atari was to license their games to it. Like that was one of the initial things was, okay, we're going to have all these Atari games on the Dreamcade Replay, and they were in talks, and there was contracts going to some level. Like they didn't go all the way through, but so a couple weeks after that fell through on Dreamcade Replays, like they announced that they're going to have to go do a different route and not have Atari games. Then Atari comes out of the blue and announces that they're making their own box. This now what's known as the VCS. It was the
Right.
Atari box at the time, I believe. And I'm guessing that they just saw that Dream Arcades was able to raise so much money to do this that they went, we're Atari. People know our name. Why don't we just go make one of these things?
Definitely.
Not with no regards to the fact that they haven't been producing hardware.
They don't know how to make a machine,
Right.
And sell, design and manufacture and sell. Yeah. They know how to make a web page. You'd go on to, what are they on, Indiegogo or something? They're not even on Kickstarter, right?
They're on Indiegogo, I believe.
Why are they not on Kickstarter? It's too high end.
I mean, Indiegogo is a thing.
Okay.
I don't know what the reasoning
Creative
is there.
choice.
Maybe they get a better return.
So I think the point is, I guess, that they've raised $3 million, right,
Yeah.
on Indiegogo, despite the fact that they don't have any. They have a shell, but there's no actual machine. Not only is there no actual machine, but they weren't even able to demo anything like running on a computer. So there's literally nothing except for what they want the outside of the console to look like.
The controllers look nice.
But again, it's probably just the outside of the controllers.
Right. I don't know how they work. But
so 3 million. So the goal was, I guess the thought process was for the Atari management was, let's not bother designing and engineering and producing an actual machine until we have money, until we raise a lot of money, so we know that we're actually going to do this. Like, let's not even like invest in ourselves. Let's just fucking wait and get other people's money, and just use that because we believe in ourselves that strongly. That's pretty weak. And now, like, and who are these people? $3 million worth of sales on something that, like, could definitely not come out ever.
It says it's
weird.
coming out spring of next year, which I have high doubts about that. I mean, if you to look at, again, the Dreamcade, because I think that's the inspiration for this Atari thing.
Yeah, I think that makes a lot of sense.
I had a playable version of that last summer.
Okay.
And
yes, that's right. I remember. You talked about it.
Well, I brought it.
No embargo.
I brought it to your house.
That's right.
So, and they were originally supposed to launch, their goal was, I think, December of 2017. So, I mean, they're like 6-7 months behind what their goal was, and they had a working prototype that they were willing to ship out to people a year,
right, with no embargo.
Yeah, exactly. So
when you go to the Atari website, the official website, the quote, they have all these quotes talking about how great it is.
Are you on there?
No, but it's just like there's just people's names. It's like, it's amazing. Marcus S. Like, who the fuck is Marcus S?
You don't know
5 years
Marcus
from
is?
It's not like, Engadget says, this is going to be fantastic. It's Marcus S. and Jonathan R. and Monty E. There's nobody named Monty E. Come on.
You
They're not
don't
even
know
trying,
Monty
pretending.
Edwards?
Yeah, and when you look at the website, there's like no picture. You have a picture of the box, but there's no picture of any interface or anything like that. It's like a half a screenshot of some game. You can't even see what it is, and that's it. And yet they got $3 million.
So what are we doing wrong, I think is the question.
I mean, I think they're in for a world of pain when they actually have to send these out and deal with all the complaints and everything.
Or they go to a small country with looser laws, take their $3 million, buy a nice little house, and call it a day.
It's not worth it.
Is it not worth it?
They got to split the $3 million. They got to split it with Indiegogo.
You don't know how many people it is. How many people do you think?
Even if it's 2 and you're splitting it with Indiegogo and to commit a crime and leave the country, it's not worth it.
They'll get a little bit more from investors. Just you wait. My guess is the goal is 10 million, and then hello Bermuda.
Wombat's giving shout outs for $4.99, and he's like trying to figure out like what these executives need to live the rest of their life.
Those are totally the same. Those are comparable things.
I'm just showing everybody what the barometer
I don't
is.
think giving a shout out on the show
I'm just busting your balls.
is illegal.
It is.
Is it? It's now illegal?
I'm busting balls, as one might do on this episode, on this show.
On this show. I don't know.
It reminds me of Jackie the Joke Man naming like the hotel he stayed at in Florida because he got a free room. But it's obviously not that.
No, it's not that at all.
But that was a good bit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.